It's banana sandwich to me to think that you can tweet, delete, not address, and then hold it against other people for thinking that you're the bad guy. You're probably going to hear this over and over throughout this video. Address it in the moment. Address it in the moment, then you would have had a lot less of this tension building up and people disliking you. Just address it in the moment. And perhaps every internet star, stop tweeting and deleting. Stop posting and deleting. If you do something and it could possibly be perceived as hurtful, address it. Because you did something public. The public saw that. The public had a response to that, and then you left the public hanging.
I removed my last video and don't see myself returning Tuesday at all. To those who were looking forward to it, I am so sorry. Okay, I know a lot has happened since the last time we have gathered the council to meme on Helloleesh. But you have to understand, from my side, there's been a serious lack of interest. So before I get into this video, please remember not to send anybody mentioned in this video any hate or harassment or bullying or even name calling or shaming unless you want to meme it and it's funny. All jokes aside, please don't harass anybody because of this video. Alrighty then, so let me just give you the quickest rundown of all the shenanigans that have gone down in the past few months. Don't worry baby cakes, I'll leave more comprehensive links in the description so you won't be left in the dark. So the biggest turnaround for Helloleesh was when there was a leak of her saying the N-word and the F-slur in a karaoke song.
Bitch, look at me now.
Yes, not even Rome had known such a fall. After which, she did what any good YouTuber would do, and that is to make a pretty bad apology video. And I'm going to add that I think it was a little bit more cringe than it was bad in my opinion, but it was received pretty poorly. Like, she did not understand the assignment. Thereafter, her haters, I mean moderators, fans, and Patreons, came out and exposed her ass all over Twitter. She was accused of like a lot, like a whole lot, including being manipulative, a bad friend, role model, mental health advocate, a racist, and ableist. Fuck it, she was cancelled, you know? So she decided to go and be stunning and brave elsewhere off of YouTube. She initially led people to believe that she actually left the internet, but that was just not true, only the YouTubies. So she created a Patreon hackbox instead where supporters could pay her for exclusive content on a different ass website, and she wouldn't have to face any scrutiny in return. That's a W, so brave. So about a week ago, Helloleesh announced on her community tab that she wants money. I mean that she'll be returning for a live stream where she addresses all of her accusations and mods, etc. So that's pretty dope. I want to see how all of this goes down. However, I didn't, and neither can you. The live stream stayed up for about 2 days, before which homegirl got totally clowned on and dragged all over Twitter. It was not a good time to be Helloleesh. So yeah, she took that ish down and quit YouTube again. This was high-key embarrassing since she gave the vibe that this video or live stream was her defense or her truth or her whatever. So surely, you know, she'd want to stand behind it regardless of what the naysayers and detractors do, no? So anyway, now that you're all caught up, it should be pretty obvious that I'm not going to give a complete explanation, deep dive, or coverage of this deleted live stream because, you know, it's deleted. And I also really don't want to have a whole ass deep dive into the mod situation since there are people more relevant to the story who actually did cover it themselves. So again, check the description box, I will be linking that there. However, I want to talk about something else. I don't want to have a serious hard look at Helloleesh's, opening up and addressing everything in which or other way. I rather want to look at a pattern of behavior that I've noticed in Helloleesh, and a bunch of other people have noticed this pattern as well. I just want to put it all together in one video. And that is that I think that Helloleesh is stealing character sheets left, right, and center. And on a character level, I think she's either consciously or unconsciously turning into, well, who she says Gabbie Hannah is. So yes, I know, talk about irony, am I right? Oh, irony on the internet is fucking great. I live for this shit. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this video is I actually want to go over some points that Helloleesh used to criticize Gabbie Hannah, and then show how she's either receiving that exact same criticism right now or doing exactly the thing that she accused Gabbie Hannah of doing. She's basically morphing into her Gabbie truth. She's living, laughing into that whole Gabbie spiel. So in today's video, I want to show you a combination of clips and tweets and screenshots from this deleted livestream in order to make the case, the undisputable, undeniable case that Helloleesh is indeed in her Gabbie Hannah era, not to be confused with her earlier, equally problematic Rewired Soul era. This time we have a lot more evidence to show that what Helloleesh thinks of Gabbie Hannah is what everybody now thinks of her. And it's great because we have ex-mod testimonies, we have literally old footage, and we have some screenshots from the most recent deleted livestream. Unfortunately, of course, that means it is secondhand information, and if she ever does re-upload, I will 100% put that link in the description box for you to check out. And if I do make a mistake in the retelling of the secondhand information, I will of course leave a correction in the pinned comments, so keep an eye on that if you're watching this somewhere in the future. And my final thoughts on this matter may even surprise you, so I would say stick around until the end if you want to find out, The first weird little similarity between the two of them is this idea of running away from giving an actual apology or, the criticism, or showing an inability to take constructive criticism. So Helloleesh has criticized Gabbie Hannah many times for the inability to take constructive criticism, specifically as it related to herself, Angelica Oles, and Rachel Oates.
You can't keep doing things publicly, then try to deal with them privately and expect people to be on your side and in your corner and handle things the way you want them to.
After every one of these piss poor interactions, Gabbie Hannah has undeniably overreacted and then just dropped it, essentially running away from it all. Helloleesh, on the other hand, is same but different. So back in September 2021, there was actual recordings leaked, as I mentioned earlier, of Helloleesh singing the N-word and the F-slur in a song, right? And since her platform is built on accountability and correct language usage, she had to drop this apology video.
There are words that I was raised not to use.
Now this video trended for all the wrong reasons and got her a ton of additional backlash with her ex-mods, fans, and Helloleesh enthusiasts, after which she entirely yeeted herself from the internet with this shit. Now this move of bailing after receiving criticism is not only weak, but she upped the ante by simply moving her ass over to Patreon, effectively creating a members only box for her content. So smooth. Another Gabbieism we are going into is the eternal victimhood of the spotless mind. Helloleesh had a lot to say about Gabbie's continuous victim narrative that she flaunted all over the internet.
Go online and call people these names. I have been pretty scathing towards Gabbie Hannah, but name calling is not something that I do. And so I find that the irony that she wants to call everybody a bully. Everybody's so mean to her. She's such a victim. She knows that she's such a victim. She doesn't deny the fact that people say this about her because she knows she's the victim all the time of all these manipulators and abusers and all of that, when she is the one calling people obsessed.
I will definitely add here that I think there's a lot of fun memes thrown at Gabbie Era, but not all the criticism could have been called fair, and there was definitely an element of harassment in all of this. I'm just thinking about the colossal fuck up of the Bianca Devon story as an example. However, Helloleesh had no problem calling Gabbie Era out for this exact tactic, and what does she do now in her own video? Check this screenshot we got. The people I'm speaking about in this video are currently scraping up whatever they can on me, rehashing karaoke recordings, sharing private conversation, etc. Because they know it's coming. This is a large reason I've been afraid to speak, but I will say now to those people. Helloleesh, truly we don't deserve a hero as brave as you. Another crash and burn similarity is one of the most valid criticisms that Helloleesh has both given and received. Remember when Gabbie Era freaked out and threatened a bunch of former moderators, Patreons and fans simply because they criticized her? Remember how Gabbie Era took it a step further and even brought the law into all of this?
Heads up, I'm suing you. She says, hey guys, I want to give you a heads up about the lawsuit. So there were a lot of people in this server that were terrified over the situation. We also saw a screenshot where Gabbie is in a group chat with a couple of, as far as I know, kind of top tier patrons. She says, help me, please. And then she shares a tweet from one of the ex-fans, who was an ex-mod, in fact. And the ex-fan says, she threatened us for simply posting my doc outlining my experiences in her server. We did not attack her or her server members. And we certainly did not slander her because everything we said was true. It's up to you to know what to believe. I will not give you hate for it. Heart, both. Going back to the other ex-fan, she did say, after Gabbie started gaslighting and manipulating us in mod chat on her server, I started to realize how messed up it was and stopped being her fan. I stayed in her server because I wanted to make it a better place for other people.
Well, shit. You might think when something is so obviously wrong, and with the advantage of seeing somebody else go through it and pull the exact same stunt, Helloleesh might just not take this route. Lol, that's not how things went down.
Because I learned about it when she came into Wrench Chat, our channel for OGs, who were also YouTube mods for Leash, to say something along the lines of, hey, I need to write a statement because someone found a recording of me singing a rap song with the N-word slanted face emoji in it. I can't say that's verbatim because I don't screenshot from behind a paywall, but that was the gist of the message, slanty face included. I also read it a couple hours after the fact, so I got to read how everyone responded in real time and how much pushback Leash gave to their criticism. They would give her criticism on how to adequately or appropriately handle the situation, and apparently she would lose her shit. And so as a result of that, she kind of like, I don't know, gave people bad vibes and stuff like that. She can't handle criticism. We've publicly seen this before. She's not very good at handling criticism. You're talking about someone like Helloleesh, who's supposed to have this like super PC, super inviting environment and stuff like that. It kind of makes you wonder, like, what the heck is like going on over there, right? What is going on? I don't know. But apparently, people are paying her money to be a part of this community and then getting shat on in the process.
Yeah, she totally fucked with her own people. Her people that paid her to work for her for free. Yeah, they were both called manipulative in this regard, and there was clearly both a power dynamic.
We are also a bit younger than other three members and significantly younger than Helloleesh. This is a detail she leveraged against the youngest member of the Big Six, Mackenzie, every chance she got.
So, as Tipster put it,
that's a big yikes.
Another weird and totally unnecessary similarity is the use of mental health and disabilities as arguably defenses or excuses for their behavior.
Having whatever conditions, disorders, whatever you want to call them, it's not fair to those people to allow Gabbie Era or anyone to attribute this bad, mean, cruel, sadistic behavior to anything related to mental health or neurology. This is just a mean, cruel, sadistic person.
A bit more acknowledgement would be nice, than opposed to you blaming. I feel like there was a lot of blame and there was a lot of excusing, saying, well, someone said, I have anxiety, and you would just shove that off completely and then start talking about your mental disorders and autism. And autism is not a mental disorder, it's a disability. And if you have
Okay, so I only have secondhand accounts of Helloleesh saying that she has autism, and that, you know, that somehow explains her mistreatment of people. If she does re-upload her video, like I said, I'll put in more solid proof or evidence in the description. But yeah, I don't know. That seems like exactly what she would rag on the Gabbster for. In both cases, I think it's weird, and I don't think something like this belongs in your apology video. This was not the time and place for this type of announcement if you wanted it to seem sincere and not just like a total excuse for your behavior. So ironically, one of the things that majorly irked Helloleesh about Gabbie Era was the idea that whenever Gabbie Era managed to utter an apology, it would seem insincere. There was always some type of hidden agenda or reason why the apology was more of an explanation than an apology.
I'm so sorry, my mistake, right? That's easy stuff. What we haven't seen from Gabbie is an ability to apologize or to take criticism when it comes to the topic of her own choices and behavior and character. So bringing this back to the concept of Gabbie being perfect at everything all the time.
And, well, obviously, everybody is saying that about the recent return to YouTube and now deleted livestream. You did it, girl. Look, I simply cannot know. I cannot tell you whether this is a sincere apology or just simply an explanation. Only you, Helloleesh, can possibly know. But at this point, the parallels are uncanny. Maybe you might just have a little bit more sympathy with Gabbie Era now. Maybe. Lol, JK, that was just wishful thinking. So Helloleesh has also often been called an obsessive stalker to Gabbie Era, due to the amount and frequency of videos that she would upload about Gabbie Era, scrutinizing absolutely everything and every move. And she justified this kind of freakish fucking behavior by saying things like, well, she brings up talking points, or it's just a way to deal with our collective trauma as an audience, or whatever type of bullshit you need to get by.
This happened around the time that she blocked me. Obsessed, unhinged individuals following someone's every move to try and twist a narrative because they're too boring on their own for people to care about them is not what anyone ever signed up for. Stalking and harassment should not be viewed as quote-unquote part of the job. I have never...
But now, haha, the shoe is on the other foot. She has the literal audacity to refer to other people who barely have a platform on Twitter as pathological. Ma'am, I'm so sorry, but no. The audacity of the screenshot to actually exist within our realm of reality. Anyway, to quote Helloleesh, she says, "The person most vocal about me online has spent an astonishing amount of her time daily following my every move, talking about me non-stop. This is pathological. Person I'm too nice to name." Oh, remember when Helloleesh was also critical of Gabbie Era for subtweeting and calling Helloleesh out without, saying her name?
That I saw, let me see. How dare I think this might be about me, when this happened around the time that she blocked me.
Yes, same energy, ma'am. Goodbye, Leash. Oh, and who can forget the iconic mix-up between haters, bullies, abusers, and concerned trolls? Here's another fucking gem.
These are bullies. These are high school fucking bullies.
And that is the behavior of dramatic, immature, clingy internet mean girls. Stop. If you start an internet fight, you must give the other party space to speak without acting like childish, sore losers. Okay, Helloleesh. Okay, calm down. Okay, jokes aside, they both might actually legitimately be factually accurate here. I don't know. The comparison is just wild though. You two really need to start a book club like the Gabbie or something equally tragic. You may think that with all these similarities that beef doesn't make much sense, right? Like, I mean, they're two sides of the same coin. Why would Helloleesh be so invested in targeting Gabbie if, they're the same? Well, this tweet actually inspired greatness for me. I think deep down she's mad that Young Money won't sign her, despite her diverse family ties and non-token friends. She needs to get off Smule and onto SoundCloud. You see, while our problematic girl boss queen Gabs got a record deal off the monster meme,
So what if I'm the
Helloleesh got cancelled and yeeted from the YouTubes with her cringy viral music. She most definitely saw these clips going viral somewhere in her fantasy, and her and Gabbie living an iconic hey now bestie moment. Sadly, no one likes a cheap knockoff and everybody jumped ship. So at this point, I hope I have proven to you that every accusation that Helloleesh has thrown at Gabbie can equally be thrown back into her face. Here's my controversial hot take though. And a lot of you, I might lose you at this point, and you know, if I actually did see Helloleesh's video, I might have the proof to back up what I'm about to say, or I might even do a 180 because I literally don't know. However, my original problem with Helloleesh was that she wasn't necessarily wrong in calling Gabbie out, but instead she was really excessive and the punishment didn't seem to fit the crime. In other words, you can't give someone a prison sentence for cheating on an English test. That's just overkill, and now I kind of feel that way about Helloleesh as well. Like, she should definitely 100% be called out, criticized, be held accountable, and fuck, even memed on. However, she should not be deplatformed for this specific behavior. I don't think that's fair. I'm sorry, I just don't. And I think if she's cringe and a cheap Gabbie knockoff, then the world should know, the world should see this. Make this shit public. Don't ban her, don't get her deplatformed. The idea that it's all just hidden behind a paywall or deleted is the result of excessive backlash towards her actions. And, you know, that's just my opinion. And yes, if she made the same point as I just did, she could actually be called a hypocrite. Lol, the psycho bitch is strong in this one. But yeah, I'm just a thought with an opinion and I don't know shit about fuck. Pila.
Gabbie, do you feel good? Does that feel good? Do you feel like the good person that you say you are? I don't buy the whole I'm just defending myself bullshit, because these people didn't do anything to warrant that.